Okay. Let's see if that should be better now. So sorry. When I did my reset, it must have accidentally reset my microphone, but we should be good to go. Can you guys hear me now? Is that okay? I think I can hear it in my headphone. So hopefully it'll sound better now. Hopefully. We'll see. But thank you guys very much for coming by. Zombie, what's up? Appreciate you. Go ahead and click the link in the chat and you can join the Discord now. The rice fields are officially back open. You are able to do so. Hopefully you guys can actually hear me though. Okay. I better just make sure. Hopefully you guys can actually hear me. Okay, good deal. Sounds like it's a working. Make sure Diablo's down a little bit on sound. Fantastic. Okay. Hello, Jacob. What is up, my dude? Appreciate you coming by. Thank you for joining the Discord, and also thank you for jumping in there already. I really appreciate it. I'm going to be doing some more work on it, hopefully this week, but I figured for the time being, we'll open it back up and let folks back in. It's nice to have back around. Hope you guys are all doing well tonight. Now, unfortunately, you might be saying, Rice, why are we not playing Oblivion? I'm a broke boy, and don't ask how much I spent on the VHS. I think I know how much it was. I will not out you out, though. Yeah, I feel like I know how much it was, because I also considered buying a copy of Romulus on there as well. But Romulus is an awesome movie, so certainly you will not hear any judgments from me, because Romulus rocks, and it's a great movie. But no, I wanted to play Oblivion, but it's $50. I don't have the cash, frankly, right now, and yeah, so I just decided we'd slay some more demons. Diablo was doing pretty solid last night. Still haven't seen an Alien. Oh, dude, you're missing out. Alien's great. 1 and 2 are great. 3 is not great, but it's interesting because it just had too much studio meddling. Resurrection sucks. Prometheus is kind of alright. Covenant is kind of alright, but Romulus is great. So it's kind of the state of Alien, I would say. But no, genuinely appreciate you guys coming around. Have you heard of our Lord and Savior Terminator Resistance? I sure have. Terminator Resistance is fantastic. I would say that is the best. Wait, Terminator Resistance, is that the RTS game? Or are you talking about the FPS game? Because I love the FPS game. I can't remember, though, which one is which. Also, though, I feel like excited for yes, the FPS. Okay, that's what I thought. Yes, Terminator Resistance is phenomenal. It's very good. It's made by the folks that did the RoboCop game, and the RoboCop game is very good. So all in all, very, very solid stuff there. I feel like I was gonna. Oh yeah, okay. So Oblivion, was going to get the game. Saw it was $50. Not gonna pay $50 right now because I also have Doom coming out soon, and if I want to play Doom, and I also want to eat to live, I will not be able to buy Oblivion right now. But if I have no goal or anything on the screen, but If any money that comes in over the next few weeks, I'd say, of streaming, if Oblivion is something you guys would like to see me play, we can certainly put it towards towards Oblivion, if so. I actually already have 15 on Steam right now, so Oblivion would only cost me like, what would be like 35 or something like that. So the goal to play Oblivion would basically be like 35 bucks, but again, no pressure. I certainly do not, I'm not Phil, right? I am not DSP. I'm not going to sit here and be like, alright guys, well, if you want to see me play Oblivion ever, you're gonna have to pay me for it. Nope, not how I work. But I hear really good things though. It sounds like people are really, really enjoying it. Exactly. I'm the similar way though. I have too much to pay at a full price. I did see it was like 40 bucks on Green Man Gaming or something like that, which that's a really good deal. And honestly, I don't think for what the stuff they put into it, I really don't think that 40 or 50 bucks is all that bad asking for it. But again, it is Oblivion. So, I've never actually played Oblivion. That's the one Elder Scrolls game I've never played. So I can't really make a judgment call on Oblivion at all. I've played Skyrim, and I've played Elder Scrolls Online, and I think that's about the extent of my Elder Scrolls. Frankly, as much as I appreciate Elder Scrolls, it's one of those situations where I would say that certain franchises speak to me more. Oblivion Remastered is cool, but turning on rebar on motherboard tucked it. Yeah! What's up, Tech Smith? Thanks for stopping by, dude. Only game I want is Doom Dark Ages. Yeah, literally. That is my one and only love. Doom Dark Ages is going to be the game that, it's not make or break, but like that, if I have to pick one game this year, that's going to be my game. I don't think I'll have to pick one game this year, but I'm still haunted by the burst of May 1st. Aren't we all, though, dude? Aren't we all? Phil's beautiful burst May 1st. Beautiful first May burst. Or, oh, shoot. Gosh, that's a tongue twister, isn't it? Is there a little loot goblin I hear clinking around over here? Yeah! Sorry, bud. Oh, wait, shoot, where'd he go? Oh, he's running. Oh, is there another loot goblin, too? Alright, loot goblin good there. I think the other one escaped. No, he's still... Oh, yeah, look at all that gold. Wow. $50 for it was not bad, though. I agree. I really think 50 bucks was really, like, good on them for not making it a full-price game. I don't think people would have complained too much if it was full-price, but given the state of things, yeah, just don't make it full price. It's not worth it. It's not a good idea. You know, tariffs and all that, just don't make it full price. Also, though, it does look like they put a lot of work into it, which I can appreciate. Now, you might be asking, why are we playing Diablo again? Well, simple answer is that Berserk has a upcoming collaboration with Diablo, and I really want to be ready for this Berserk drop. I heard Joe Hendry met the legend killer. I don't know that I'm familiar with either of those. Run my titty mods. Yeah, that's the thing too. I was really surprised to hear the mod situation with that. It looks like it's a little too, I don't want to say polished for mods, but it does look a lot more polished than most Bethesda games I see release. I can even say that including Starfield. That being said, I am curious to go back to Starfield at some point. Randy Orton was at WrestleMania. Very, very nice. I sadly can say I know nothing about wrestling, but Randy Orton's cool. He brought us the RKO, which I do enjoy. So, for nothing else, good on Randy Orton for bringing us that beautiful move. UE5 fucks with it, no modding tools. Oh, that's weird. I wondered if it had something to do with that in specific, because I was like, surely it's not that, like, the modding couldn't be done, but I assumed it had to be something like that. I honestly thought you'd be playing Oblivion Remastered. Yeah, I was just mentioning that, if I was not a broke boy, I would probably be playing Oblivion Remastered. But because I am broke, and because I've also never played Oblivion, I thought that Diablo made more sense. Also, I was also mentioning too, I gotta get ready for the Berserk DLC or Berserk crossover that is coming to Diablo, because I am extremely excited at that prospect of having any type of Berserk crossover in Diablo. Is very, very cool to me. Additionally, it's not that I have anything against Elder Scrolls or anything, but I really need to give Elder Scrolls more of a solid playthrough. Obviously, I've played Skyrim like many of us have, but it's gonna sound like heresy, but I've never even beat the story in Skyrim. I got so sidetracked. I played it for probably 100+ hours, and I just never really played it the way it was probably supposed to be played. There was just so much going on. I didn't even know where to begin, if I'm being honest. It's only a matter of time before Gooners do their thing. Remember, Marvel Rivals is UE5 and Gooners made. Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot that Marvel Rivals was a UE5 in the game. I'm trying to think how many games are actual Unreal Engine 5. Really hoping the lightning is going to spread a bit more. There we go. Yeah, it runs like shit. I believe that. I 100% believe that. It does not strike me as the type of... I don't know if it's just UE Engine 5 alone, but UE5 does not seem like it runs fantastic. With FSR, it runs fine for you. Well, that's good, dude. FSR actually is not that bad, at least not lately. It's not been too bad. Space Marine 2 is a great example of it, where Space Marine 2 runs it with FSR, runs extremely well. I was actually really impressed by that. FSR is surprisingly good. The other reason I'm really excited about this Berserk crossover is it gives me a really good reason to pick a Barbarian class. Because right now I've been using Druid, and for as much as I like Druid, and I think he's a beautiful little mix between a Necromancer and a Barbarian, I'm really, really looking forward to just beating something over the head with a giant sword. You know, one thing I was surprised though with the Oblivion remake or remaster, honestly it strikes me more as a remake than a remaster, but I was really surprised that it was Steam Deck verified right away. I was very surprised by that, because it doesn't strike me, it looks a little too graphically competent to be Steam Deck verified, if you know what I mean.
Should provide us with the path to the tree. What sort of path? I can't say.
I can say that the time for questions, Neyrel, has passed.
I do appreciate you all though being around here tonight. We got a pretty chatty group, which is a very nice mix from last night. Last night was very quiet, but those of you that did show up, I really appreciate that. The one thing that is very funny to me as of late, people are always remaking classic clips from Oblivion. That's fantastic. I'm really interested to see some of those compared. I feel like that would be a really good, that'd be like a really good, not litmus test, but like a really good idea of like how it would look different and what it's changed. One thing that really surprises me, though, is that this is the first Bethesda game, if I'm not mistaken. Isn't this the first Bethesda, like, remaster? It seems to me that it is, but I could be wrong. The AI is still scuffed as always as it was. I believe that. Oh, it was. Okay. Kind of what I was thinking. I kind of figured that it was. Also, bugs are non-existent, it seems. Wow. I am shocked by that, because knowing Bethesda, I would have assumed. But if you're going to remaster a game, you might as well give it the full treatment, you know? I do love that Diablo 4 has, like, these really intimate cutscenes. Oh, dude, is that FPS on deck isn't good. I believe that. My guess is it would run like Starfield or worse. Would be my guess. Oh, that's the beauties of Diablo. Another reason why I would prefer Diablo over Elder Scrolls personally is just I like the horror aspects more. Goes from 30 straight to 0. Ooh.
Hey.
That's bad.
Come on. Wake up.
That's really bad. I'm surprised
I think it worked.
they let it get that bad. If you want to play an MMO and don't want to spend anything, I recommend Final Fantasy XIV or Turtle WoW. Private server.
I don't know.
Well, for Final Fantasy XIV, it has a monthly, doesn't it? Or are you talking about if you play up to a certain level? Oh, dude, look at this snake. That's crazy.
This creature.
It has a great Oh. Maybe that is my where I've missed it then.
A path through the swamp. The serpent is the path.
That's free up to level 70. That's 500 plus hours of wow. It takes
See it?
about 500 plus hours to get to level 70? Or is it like multiple characters? Yeah, a 2B I do use. I do enjoy that quite a bit, actually. No, but you can make it that long? Okay. That's pretty neat, actually. I really was curious, because I like Final Fantasy. Like, I am a Final Fantasy fan. But one of the only reasons I don't play 14, A, because it's such a long time commitment. But also, I just wasn't sure if the free trial would be good enough to really make me want to, I don't know, to want to play it, you know? It's kind of a hard thing to describe, I guess, for me, because MMOs and me are kind of 50-50. Rushing, it's around 200 hours. It's only for one class up to 27. Wow. That's a lot more than I was expecting, honestly. I mean, that's really impressive, though, that they give that much content away for free. I'll send you the free trial link because I'm a shield. Hey, that's cool with me, dude. I trust you, zombie. You do your thing, dude. Send me a link though. I'd be curious. I would like to maybe give it a shot at some point. I don't think it would be a bad idea for me to at least try it, especially if it's free. Like I can work with that. One character for the game if you can play any classic. Oh, that's nice. I like that structure a lot more, if I'm being honest. Because a lot of the times it's like, I don't know, it feels a little bit more like you got to make a bunch of different characters. But the idea of being able to just switch classes is really nice. That's it to you on Discord. Very, very nice. Thank you, dude. No shortage of time there for you, zombie.
Is this dream snake helping us, or did it corral us here?
$5,000 hours, man. I'm trying to think like what games I've actually put. I don't think I have a single game that I've put more than a couple hundred hours, maybe. Started at the end of last year, 600. Very nice, dude. I hate it too, because there are a ton of games that like just give you such good content. MMOs especially. MMOs are very good for that. I'm assuming this ladder's gonna drop. Also, in my older years, I find that grindy games do tend to peak more for me for some reason. Which is weird, because normally I feel like when you get older, it's the opposite. I've been playing 14 since 2020. Wow. That's a good amount of time.
Can you feel it? The swamp is watching us, whispering to us.
And for Turtle, wow, it's nice. Just started it. Very nice. Now, when you say Turtle, are we talking like a classic, or is there...
Just as you do.
Is there a specific, like, I guess, what does Turtle specify, I should ask?
Full of secrets like our thief alliance. Birds of a feather. Perhaps that is what we need.
I lost sight of the serpent, but I hear it calling to me. Up ahead.
Turtle is part of the name. It's classic server. Oh, okay. That makes more sense. So it's Rain by chance. That's pretty neat, though, that they've been able to do that. I don't blame them for doing it.
There it is.
Part of the thing with MMOs is I really need the combat to be solid, which I know 14 is supposed to have some of the better combat. If I'm correct in that, anyway. Did I go down the wrong spot? No, I think I went down the right spot. So if you don't want to shill $15 to Blizzard, try it. Hell yeah. Yeah, I'm not one where I feel the need to give them my money, especially monthly if I don't have to. Yeah, I've heard good things about City of Heroes. I remember that growing up, I remember seeing a lot of gameplay for that in game stores, and was always really impressed with the way they took it. I liked the whole superhero aspect, but also not being directly like Marvel.
There's no way through this time. Oh, it's Luna.
You got some paid text messages? I appreciate you, man. You got some interesting MMO choices. Like some very interesting stuff to check out. I'll get one of those. I'll have to give that a peek. Game official servers only ran by donations. I can see that. I feel like that's kind of the case with some of them, isn't it? Some of them are definitely specific to that. Oh.
Look at that. Look at that. Ruthless, serpent.
Yeah, Koa is ran by donations only. I can appreciate though that they love the game so much that they put the time into it. That is pretty cool. That's one thing I can really appreciate about MMO communities is they always seem to really put a lot of work into what they do.
That's the way through. Help me clear that dead tree.
Isn't Hellgate London the Diablo clone and an FPS?
Barring
Interesting.
our path again. Keep a sharp eye out.
Ensure I'm saying it right in MMO single player. King of Rise. You know, man, just chilling. I appreciate you guys dropping some interesting game choices, because I am going to be looking for, once I finish Doom Dark Ages, I may do a couple playthroughs of OG Dooms, I'm thinking. That either before or after. And then I'm thinking post that, it's going to be, I'm thinking maybe an MMO for a little bit. I don't know specifically what game I'm going to play after Doom Dark Ages, but I am thinking that that's probably going to be like my kind of experimental time. Did Godzilla fought the Hulk recently? I'm not up to date on IDW's Godzilla comics, but I would be curious to know how that went, because I saw he crossed over with Marvel and Power Rangers also.
Many fail. Will you die?
Oh, that's cool. I'll have to give that a look.
With a question.
What I recommend the most is Final Fantasy XIV. Definitely not biased. That's cool, dude. No, I really like Final Fantasy, so I think that would make sense for me to like check that one out specifically.
An old drum.
It'd be kind of cool if we had like an MMO community night. I think that'd be pretty neat.
We are real. And so is
Because I've never played... MMOs are still kind of new to me. I know the general nature of MMOs, but I wouldn't say that like I'm extremely well versed, right? The irony though is that I did spend a lot of my time in the early days of my YouTube stuff actually covering MMOs, ironically enough. But I was covering them because I honestly just found them really interesting. I thought they were really cool. And they had a lot of content, which was really, really nice as well. One of the reasons I saw things like Black Desert and things like that. Black Desert for me is more of a combat thing, though, where it's like the combat's great, but everything else is kind of eh.
Who are they?
Oh, that's cool. You can
We
change
can't
skins, get
trust
plugins.
anything here, but we need to press on.
That is really neat, though, that they even have mods. It does look like a very moddable MMO, though. We don't talk about magic in public. Does it hurt people's feelings? Yeah, just don't tell anyone. Tell anyone what? Wink, wink, nod, nod. Oh, I wondered if we were about to... Man, Diablo's got such a good vibe, dude. I wish there were more MMOs that had, like, this type of... I don't know, this type of vibe. Like, this, to me, the dark fantasy setting really speaks to me. And it's part of the reason why I'm so interested in things like that. Also, there's Justice League versus Godzilla versus Kong Part 2. That sounds really dope. It's one of those things that everyone does, but we can't talk about because you can get banned. Oh, yikes. Yeah, I could see that being kind of something you don't want to do then. That does make sense that that would be a case. I could totally see somebody ruining that for somebody else.
Why have you come?
We're after a man named Elias.
Elias. Slippery Use the tree.
Live and let live kind of deal. I could totally see that. Square is already kind of strange in general.
He is the first of us to escape payment.
Will you tell us what you told him? If we can stop him for good, the tree can finally collect.
He sought the way to summon Lilith, but he made another stop on the way. To a place
That's funny, Tech.
beyond the tree's sight.
That might explain his hardiness. I've damn near lost count of how many times we've killed him.
So that's why Taissa failed so dismally to reclaim his head.
I love how my bum boy looks. I have seen your bum boy. I can attest to his
How can we get
stature. Very
Seek
impressive.
a coffin beyond the wrecks. It will take you where you must go. Find out what secrets linger there. For the tree knows not.
This is such a cool vibe. Talking heads on a tree.
If there are wrecks to search, they'll be on the eastern coast. We'll head there now. Meet us when you can.
Only problem with Final Fantasy XIV is that the game is filled with nasty gooners and their horse mods. Or lawful mods. I could see some people being pretty weird about stuff. That would not shock me in the slightest, honestly. Eastern Shore. I don't think there's something closer, so we are gonna go on horseback. There's even people who are anti-Lawful. I feel like I'm really gonna have to take a look into the Final Fantasy XIV community, because I feel like there is just a lot to really soak in. My horse, Jesus Christ. I'd say I was shocked, but honestly, definitely not. I love that it hits the front page too. That's a very fun thought. It's like, oh, well, let's check the front. Oh, got it. The front page. Fantastic. And please do feel free, by the way, that pinned message is the Discord link for the invite. So please do feel free to join the rice fields. I will try to do a lot more of my YouTube stuff on there, so that we can really like cover like what will be the next thing on the channel and like what we want to cover, and also just a cool place to hang out.
Rathma's prophecy, it poisoned him. He became obsessed with it. Prophecies are riddles. Not even the very wise can be sure of their meaning. But Elias believed...
Lewd mods are very popular. Don't ask how I know. It's okay, bro.
Wait.
Your secret safe with me. I say nothing.
Said we had to do whatever.
You tried to stop him?
Tried, yes, and failed. It'll be different this time. Let's find that damn coffin.
At some point, I think it'd be fun to go through Doom mods. I think it'd be really fun to like see all the different Doom mods that are available. I saw there was one recently where you could put the fries in the bag. That was very, very entertaining. Look forward to anything else. I totally agree that. That wouldn't shock me in the slightest. Doom mods, though, are one of the things that I kind of hold near and dear as far as modding goes. I wouldn't say that I'm like super big in any modding scene, but out of all of them, Doom is the one that I'm most interested in for legitimate mods. Plus, Brutal Doom is just such a good mod. The one I would be interested in to know more about is the Quake mods, because I feel like Quake has some really interesting mods that I just haven't explored before. The one MMO that at some point I do want to go back to, because I put a few hours into it and liked what I played, but is New World. New World was really, really cool. But the reason I didn't is because New World kind of... I don't want to say it's bad, because it's not bad. It's just I wasn't quite sure what to think of it. Okay, so we gotta check the rec.
Can you see the coffin from here? Any sign of it?
There's something at the far end of those ships.
The one game I don't know how it has any community is Diablo Immortal. That is such a predatory scheming market that I don't get the idea there. Feels very much like a Korean MMO, which I can't remember if a Korean studio made it, but I feel like it was a Korean studio that may have made it. One thing I am really curious about today is what Phil is doing for Oblivion, because he did talk about the fact that he wanted to, or he was playing Oblivion today, but he doesn't think he's going to do like a full playthrough because it's been too soon since the last time he's played it, which is so funny because the last time he played it was 2 years ago. And I'm like, dude, it's not even been that long. Like, what are you doing? It's not even that crazy. He's not playing it as far as I know. Is he not playing it today? He was supposed to play it today at least. I wonder if something changed. It's such a stupid thing if he doesn't play it though. Like, at least for his case, I know he's playing it.
What was I thinking? Nerel.
Like, that's such a dumb idea if he doesn't play it. I remember his Dead Space 2 thing.
This is not good.
Yeah, his Dead Space 2 thing. Ugh, what terrible timing to think about that, but yeah.
Been infected. It's spreading.
He's a wild guy.
I must remove the drowned necrosis.
I don't understand.
Laura, are you certain?
I'm certain she's dying. Hold her.
Oh no. Oh no.
We have no choice. Now hold her.
Oh my god. Oh. That got really intense out of nowhere.
Rest now. You will be Haradrim, young one. I will not fail you.
Know about you will cut her hands off. Okay. Yikes. Yeah, Phil's kind of been crashing out lately. It's been kind of rough to watch. Well, when I say rough, I should say it's been very entertaining to watch. But because it's Phil, you know, you're never really sure. You're never really sure with Phil, honestly. He's just so, man, his entitlement and his feeling of like he should be allowed to, you know, get money for what he does is just, it's absolutely insane. Like, I've never seen anybody believe they are entitled to money in the way that Phil believes he's entitled to money. It's some next level entitlement.
Close. You're getting close.
Man, the voices in Diablo and World of Warcraft, they're so good.
Limit of our knowledge.
The one thing I did think was really interesting that we found out about Phil recently is that his DSP Tries It was actually not an original thing that he made. It was actually something from the Conan O'Brien show called Andy'll Try It. So I found out that the one thing we thought he did make and was kind of catchy wasn't even made by him. Oh, this doesn't seem like a good idea. I can't imagine this is... Yeah, but do I have to die to make that happen? The snake motif they got going on here is pretty neat, though. I will say.
Rathma, I have come to your temple. I know the answers I seek are within.
This seems like we're getting close to Lord Belial territory. If my Diablo lore is up to date.
Still taints this place.
Because it almost seems like in Elias getting Lilith. So just for context, I haven't beaten the game yet. Or the campaign. But it seems to me like Elias raising Lilith is going to raise Belial as well. Anybody up to anything interesting this week? Anything cool going on in anybody's life? I always talk about what's going on with me, but I'm curious what's going on with you guys. Okay. how hard it is to make a game like this. Because action RPGs get made all the time, but I wonder why for Diablo specifically it takes them much longer than the average. My first guess is all the, like, little intricacies that Diablo has, but I've always been curious about that, how it seems like such an easy genre, but they always seem to take longer than the normal.
Every tome, every scroll, every book in this temple produces the same answer. The only being willing to stand against the eternal conflict, against the prime evils, was Lilith.
The day I'm done with this self-righteous bastard will be a great one. Staircase is flooded. I need a way to cross it.
Let's see, let's check the map. I don't... Shoot. How are we supposed to cross that exactly? Doesn't exactly seem like I'm crossing that. There we go. Don't take too long to fall now. I'm curious if anybody has any upcoming things besides Doom that you guys would be interested in seeing me play. I am going to be picking up, in addition to Doom Dark Ages, I'm also going to pick up the Tony Hawk remaster. So that is one that we could also do. Death Stranding 2 I was thinking about doing, but honestly, I think, considering that I haven't technically beat the first game, I think it'd be better that I don't do that one yet. Too broke for Doom Ages, or Doom the Dark Ages, sadly. Oh, Zombie, I'm so sorry, dude. It comes out May 15th. Are you not going to have it by then? I was gonna say, you got a little time. Don't know, honestly. Damn, man. Sorry to hear it. Maybe we can, maybe I can work to help. It kind of depends on what mine looks like too, I suppose, by that point too. If I have it within my power, I will see what I can do to help. The one thing I will say, so I'm assuming you would get it on PC, which I did see it was going for like 58, I think, on one of the key sites. So I don't know if that's helpful at all. But that was one thing that was really nice to see, is that at least it wouldn't be like a full amount if you got on one of the key sites. Helps a little. Yeah, any little bit helps, man. I know I'm scrounging to get it myself, so I certainly feel your plight. The one beauty, or the one thing I guess about like games this year is, even if there aren't a ton, which unfortunately it's not really the case, there's quite a few, but my backlog is so big this year. It's so much bigger than I think it was even last year. Like my backlog, I feel like I'm always trekking through. But then I got games like Diablo or like Vampire Survivors or Halls of Torment or something like that's kind of RPG like. Something that has those bones of a grindy game that always ends up pulling me away from my backlog. That's the one nice thing about music, though, is music is not normally too bad to actually, like... Music you don't normally need money for, which is appreciated.
The mother of sanctuary. She made us to be strong and was sealed away to weaken us. The daughter of hatred. I cannot say that there is good in her. Morality is the privilege of people in better situations. We are beyond the question of good or evil.
Those feel like dangerous assumptions.
Remains, what will she do to us if I summon her? When I summon her? I must prepare myself for it. Rathma kept the means of attaining immortality here. Once...
That seems like a bad idea. I think we will see about adjourning the stream here in a little bit. Probably be going off here in a little bit. I do want to finish this dungeon first.
Our world, it will change, but in the end, we will remain. We will survive. Rathma writes that when Inarius discovered Lilith's plan to overthrow the so-called natural order, he sealed her away. For thousands of years, Lilith has sought to elevate us out of this cycle, has fought to secure us our birthright, sanctuary.
The secret of Elias's immortality must be deeper within.
Well, guys, I am going to need to hop off the stream, so want to say thank you very much for joining. You guys have a great night, and I will catch you later on this week. You guys have a great night, and also don't forget to join the channel here. Mrs. Rice needs attention too. Exactly. That is the goal. That is the plan. Like the stream if you haven't already, and yeah, sub to the channel. Appreciate you guys very much, and join the Discord. We'll see you in there in the next one. Appreciate y'all.